Yo, what's good with y'all? In today's video, I got the how to make a class selector video. You guys can tell by the picture and stuff when you guys, playing certain games and stuff. Similar to like a battlegrounds thing, but a little different. And so if you choose a specific class, it could be, I don't know, the attacker, the guy with the sword, heavy, which is like, I don't know, like an axe or like a giant sword, a long sword or something, and then like a healer, and stuff, different classes and stuff. So I'm just gonna show you guys how this works and everything. And yeah, sorry guys for the, lack of uploads, but I'm definitely have some videos coming to y'all soon. And yeah, thank you for everyone who's been showing love and support to the channel. Really do appreciate it. And let's go ahead and get straight into the video. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna head on over to Starter GUI, click the plus icon, insert a screen GUI, rename screen GUI to class selector GUI. Then you're going to insert a frame, plus icon, frame, right? Then you're going to rename this to class selector frame, right? Then you're going to bring this front and center. We'll resize it. So maybe like we'll do something like 300 by 500 or wait, oh, my bad, wrong thing. 500 by 300. Yeah, something like that. Put it in the middle, right? Then you guys can do all the customization yourself. You already know I don't really do that. So bam, make it transparent or whatever. Give it a little border, whatnot. Then I'm going to go ahead and insert a UI grid layout into the class selector frame. So plus icon, UI grid layout. Then you can insert a text button, right? Bam. And then now adjust the UI grid layout's size so that you can get, whatever your desired size is. So I'm going to say, we could say something like, I don't know, maybe like 150. And then like, we could do like 150 by maybe 60, something like that, right? And then this is very important. Naming is very important, right? So you're gonna want to rename this to class one text button. We're gonna go numbered, so class one, class two, class three, whatnot and stuff. Bold text, rich text, scale the text, and then of course you set the text whatever the class name is. So I mean I'm just gonna put class one, but you guys can set the text to whatever you want. The name is what's actually important and stuff. So then I think I'm gonna just do the same thing, like just like a darker, faded out gray and stuff, right? So something like that, right? And then we're just gonna duplicate this. So select it, Control plus D, Control D, Control D, bam. Duplicate that. You can space it out some more by adjusting the cell padding. So we could just make this like 10, just space them out a little more. And then we can also make sure they are centered. Where is it? Where is it? Horizontal alignment. Then I'm going to center it, and then we can just go ahead and just do the renaming. So again, just going in numerical order, class 2. You can have as many classes as you want, just follow the naming scheme. Just keep going. Class 3, and then class 3, right? Bam. And then just like that, we are done with the UI. Then let's move on to the item folder. So then, server storage, click the plus icon, insert a folder. You can rename this folder to item folder, right? Then you can insert another folder, and then you'll name this folder class 1. So I'm gonna put tools inside of each folder and stuff so that like whenever you select the class and whatnot, it's going to automatically give you those items or tools, weapons, whatever and whatnot. So I'm just gonna go to the toolbox and I'm just simply gonna go get these three that I gotten. So magic wand, bow and arrow, and oh wait, wrong thing. And wait, is that a wait? No, wrong thing. Not that. This. And where's the other thing? I'm missing a sword. Huh. And I need a sword. So sword, and then bam, right? So I have my three tools, right? And everything. Again, I just got random stuff from the toolbox, whatnot, right? So then I'm just gonna put one inside of each folder, right? So then insert another folder. Remember, go for the whole naming scheme. The whole point is the first part of the first name part of the name for the text button is supposed to match the name of the folder and stuff. So obviously minus the words text and button. So it'll be class 1. Then of course this will be class 2, and then this third one will be class 3, right? So class 2. Then we will throw another weapon inside. Rename this to class 3. Then throw another weapon inside of this, right? And then from there, right, we are done with the item folder, and then we can move on to the scripting. Open up starter player, then click the plus icon on starter player scripts, then click local script, rename the script to, we could just say core script in parentheses local, right? Let me just double check to make sure we're good. Okay, we're good. Then we'll delete print hello world. We're going to create a couple of variables. First is create a variable for the user input service. We'll say local UIS is equal to game get service user input service. Then we'll create a variable for the local player. So then we'll say player is equal to game dot players dot local player. Then we'll create a variable for the class selector GUI. So class selector GUI is equal to game, or sorry, not game, player dot player GUI. Wait for child, class selector GUI. Then we'll create a variable for the core remote event. We'll say core event is equal to game replicated storage. Wait for child. Then you will say, oh, and we forgot to do that. Okay, one thing. Head on over to replicated storage, click the plus icon, click remote event, rename it to core event. Then I want to go ahead and come back here and then bam, there we go. Now we can get into the coding part. Let's set up the first function, which is simply just adding functionality to where we can open and close the menu. So we're going to say UIS input began connect function in parentheses put input comma processed enter. We'll say if input dot user input type is equal to enum dot user input type dot keyboard and not processed enter. And you say if input dot keycode is equal to enum dot keycode, and then you guys can set it to whatever keybind you want. I'm going to go with C. Enter. Then you're going to say class selector GUI dot class selector frame dot visible is equal to not class selector GUI dot class selector frame dot visible, which means you can open and close the frame by clicking the same button. Then we'll set up our second function where we'll say for I comma v in pairs. You can say class selector GUI dot class selector frame get children enter. Then say if v is a text button enter. Then v dot activated connect function close parentheses enter. Then you will create a variable for the class number. We can get that by separating the string, which is what I mentioned. So class number is equal to string dot split. Then we are going to say v.name, which is the name of the text button. Then we're going to just remove the words text button. Then on the outside, regular bracket 1, so we can get the, the text with the new text, I should say, the new string. Then we'll fire the remote event, core event, fire server, in quotation marks. The name of the event will be class selector. And of course, we need to send over the class number, right? Then lastly, we're just going to make the UI frame. We're just going to make the frame no longer visible, so visible is equal to false. Then we can move on to the server scripting. So head on over to server script service, click the plus icon, insert a server script, rename the script to core script, in parentheses, put server. Then you can delete print hello world, create a variable for the core remote event, just like we did on the local script. So it's equal to game that replicated storage, wait for child, core event. Then create a variable for the item folder inside of server storage. So item folder is equal to game.server storage, wait for child, item folder, right? Then we're going to say core event that on server event connect function in parentheses put PLR, which is short for the player, comma event type, comma arg1, which is short for argument number 1, enter. Then you create a variable for the player's character. So character is equal to player.character. Then set up an if statement. You'll say if event type is equal to class selector, enter. Then you'll create a variable for the class number. So class number is equal to arg1, right? Then we'll use multiple for I v in pairs loops. We'll say for I comma v in pairs. We'll say character get children. We'll say if v is a tool, enter v destroy. So this is so that when you're switching classes and stuff, it'll clear out your inventory if you already have weapons and whatnot. Like if your system doesn't involve resetting the player, then like if they can switch classes without like being reset and stuff, then you can just remove the tools manually this way. So then we just copy and paste this, Control C, Control V. That all that does is remove tools the player currently has equipped. We also need to remove tools that are currently in the player's backpack, and then just like that, we are done with that. Then we can now do this. We can say for I comma v in pairs. We can say item folder get children, enter. You'll say if v.name is equal to class number, right? Enter. Then for j comma f in pairs, you'll say v get children, enter. That's just getting the children of the class folder, so all the items inside there. Then you'll say if f is a tool, just to double check. If f is a tool, enter. Then local item will be equal to f clone, and then item.parent is equal to player.backpack, and boom, just like that, we have finished the class selector system. If you guys want me to add more onto it, just show the video lots of love and support and just ask for a part 2. Let's go ahead and test to make sure this works. As always, if you guys want access to any one of my scripts or models, you guys can become either a channel member or a Discord subscriber. Link to either one of those options can be found in the description. Highly recommend that. Alright, so let's go ahead and press C. So if you press C, we can open and close the menu. If I press class 1, as you guys can see, I've gotten the bow and arrow. If I press C again, class 2, it switches, class 3. Now just to clarify, the icon is the same, but like I don't know why they have the same icon. It's weird, but as you can see, clearly two different things and stuff. So yeah, so just like that, let's say make a class selector system, and yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, definitely leave a like, subscribe. If you guys want a part 2, just let me know, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you all for watching, and yeah, see y'all.